Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I wanted to talk about the two greatest consoles, the PSP and the PS Vita. Now there is a debate going on right now that I've seen across social media that the PSP is better than the PS Vita and the PS Vita is better than the PSP. Now my opinion on this, I love both consoles. PSP has my first love, but ever since I got my PS Vita, this thing has taken over that love. Sorry PSP, but the PS Vita for me personally is the best handheld out of the two. Now if I were to compare the PS Vita to like the Switch and all these other handhelds now that are just coming out like crazy, we'll do that in another video. But yeah, today I wanted to just talk about the PSP and the PS Vita. Now right off the bat, the PS Vita is going to be more superior because you have the whole interface of the PSP on the PS Vita through an application called Adrenaline. Adrenaline is by far one of the greatest things to ever come to the PS Vita because you can play all the PSP games and the PS1 games flawlessly through this application. Like you can't go wrong with getting this. Now the availability though is only for certain custom firmwares like 3.60 or 3.65. You can't get it on the latest release like 3.73 H Encore 2, so you have to downgrade, and it is a little bit of work, but it's worth it at the end of the day. A lot of people are saying, hey, is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it because you can have the PSP on the PS Vita. Like this, no, there's no way that the PSP is better than the PS Vita. It's just impossible. It is impossible. There are some pros though, like for example, you can copy your PSP physical games directly to your PSP memory card if you do have custom firmware and the application to do so. That's where you probably be like, okay, yeah, you won in that lane, but in all these other lanes, emulating and utilities, apps, plugins, the PSP is way more superior, especially when you can run another application called RetroArch or RetroArch. Now the PSP does have that version, but it's just not as good as the PS Vita version. And RetroArch is just a multi-emulator app. You can run all sorts of different emulators from, you can even run PS1 emulator, but prefer to go on Adrenaline because it's just a lot smoother. And the Vita has, you know, the touch screen. It feels more premium. You got the dual analogs, and you could just do so much on the Vita. It's incredible, and I love this console, and there's no way I would ever choose a PSP over a Vita. Like I'll choose a Vita over the Switch. Anyways, here are my ROMs or my emulators, or the games that I have right now. So I play mostly the retro stuff. I have like every game for the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo, NES, and you can play these all no problem. And this application can save your states wherever you are in the game, and you can also receive achievements through the RetroArch achievement website, and just gives it a bit more flair and have some more fun with it, collecting your little trophies as you go through the game, doing various different things or whatever. The trophies are pretty simple, like reach level 5 or something, you know, and then you get a trophy. Reach level 10, get another trophy. So it's cool. Now another cool thing is that there is a Vita Homebrew Browser store, so you can download multiple utilities, multiple apps, games, and just have all sorts of fun with that. But you do have to have the stable version. Now there's this one called the Better Homebrew Browser, and this one I recommend for everyone to download, and you can just go through this fairly quickly and just start downloading all sorts of fun stuff. And you can download the latest and greatest homebrew that's been released, which is nice. Oh, I like how the first one is the better homebrew browser. It's like, here it is, get the update version. Yep. So there's a lot of, not sure what's going on there, but go to the next page, and let's say we want to go to Astro Rush. Then you can just start downloading it and install the game. Some of these games do require a little bit more files, like for example you might see Max Payne port or the Grand Theft Auto port. You will need the actual files from the mobile version to compile it, and I do have videos covering all this stuff. So if you're new to the scene and you're doing that whole debate, trying to convince you guys that the Vita is just so much better. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion, obviously, but for me personally, I'm making this video just to let you guys know what I think. But yeah, just too much fun. You know, I can download all these Vita games, you know, without paying. So you can download these games. It's insane what you can do on the Vita. You can watch YouTube, watch your Netflix, watch Crunchyroll. I have all these applications up and running, no problem. And yeah, it's just crazy. And I'm using a PS4 controller too. So I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I just wanted to do a quick video, guys, talking about this, how amazing the PS Vita is and how much superior it is to the PSP. I love the PSP so much. It was such a breakthrough when it first came out, and it still is one of the best handhelds out there because you can do so much to it. You can put all your PS1 games and PSP games on there. Like, it's amazing. If you don't have a PSP, you gotta have one. But if you do have a PS Vita, I recommend picking up a PSP just in case the prices get a little too crazy, because you know, the more people we have into the community, the less there are. So every time you see one sold, that's one less out there in the wild. So I'd recommend picking up both consoles, and I'll try to talk about this a lot more in depth, and I'll have a much more better video trying to convince some of the newcomers into the PS Vita scene, or those who are trying to get a PS Vita, and seeing what it's capable of doing. And I'll go into much more detail in that video, but in this one I just wanted to say that the Vita is so much better, and I could just talk a lot more about this, but I'll just leave it here at that. And I appreciate you guys watching my video. I know it's just kind of a random thing, but I wanted to just throw it out there and just have some fun. And let me know what you guys thoughts are in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.